I'm Heidi from Sky High Aerial. And I'll be taking you through strength and stretch exercises for the splits. So we'll be doing lots of resistance exercises to get your muscles nice and strong. So that's really important for flexibility. So we will need a couple of things. If you've got them, don't worry if not. If you've got some blocks, that would be amazing. 2 is perfect. If you don't, you can just use some books or a couple of chairs, just something you can hold on to really. A resistance band is also amazing. So if you've got one of those too, brilliant, but don't worry if not, we can improvise and do some other exercises too without any equipment. So I started stretching actually from quite a late age. I didn't think it was actually possible for me to even get to the splits, but what I've since realised is that you can do it with specific exercises, dedication and consistency. Consistency really is key. Here's a before and after picture from my splits journey. So how often you stretch really is up to each individual. So if you're new to stretching, then I wouldn't go and stretch every single day for a couple of hours. You need to take it gradually. So at the beginning, say stretch for even just 10 minutes once a week. Then you can build it up to 20 minutes once a week. Then you can build it up to twice a week, etc., etc., until if you want to, then stretching every day. But it is always good to have rest days. So yes, let's get started, guys. Okay, so let's start with a warm-up. Let's turn our head from side to side and to our ears. Rolling that neck. And to our shoulders, nice big shoulder rolls. Excellent, and forwards. And back for 2. Forwards for 2. And again, back for 2. And forwards for 2. Let's run on the spot. Excellent. Let's bring our knees up. Even faster. Point those toes. Let's run the spot as fast as you can. Here we go. For 5, 4. Excellent. Good. Jog it out. Lovely. Let's do that again for 5 seconds. Go. 5. Faster. And 1. Good. Jog it out. Excellent. Let's kick our bottoms. Really see if you can actually kick your bum. Yes. Good. Knees up high. Kick your bum. Knees up. Kick your bum. Excellent. Let's just step tap. Bend and tap. Bend and tap. 3, 2. Now. Good. Let's reach up. Nice. Let's reach down. And to the side. Okay, feet pointing out. Let's do some squats. Squeeze. Squeeze that bum. Push your hips forward when you come up. Good. Keep squeezing. 4 more. 3. And 4. Good. We're going to bring our knees up, up, up. Drive that knee. Up. Good. So if you point those toes too, drive. Good. Twist towards that knee. Lovely. Keep going. Excellent. Okay, this time we're going to kick our back leg. Kick. Really go for it. Kick. That's it. Nice. Okay, we're going to switch legs. Here we go. Really kick. Kick. Okay, let's do it again. The other can stay nice and low. This one's really great for warming up those hips. Good, but please keep your hands on the floor if you need to. Yes. Good. A couple more. Okay, so we're just going to do some hip circles, laying on the floor. Tuck that pelvis under. We're just going to move our leg around. So we're doing nice big circles with our hips. Good. And if you can, we're going to try and straighten the leg. So knee bend, then straighten. Bend it towards you, straighten out. So the same thing, but you're straightening that leg up. And we're going to do the other direction, so in towards you, and the other way. So just open your hip up. And let's do it without a straight leg. So just knee. And let's do it the other side. Good. Just in each side. Nice big circles with the hips. And then change it to a straight leg. Good, lovely. And let's change direction. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Should be feeling a little warmer. And without a straight leg. So hips. Warming them up. Good. Couple more times. And two. Lovely. Let's bring our knees into the chest. Give them a big cuddle. Lovely. Okay, so exercise number 1 is our lunge and half split. Please don't be scared by the name half split. It's not an actual split, it's just a variation. It's a really great way to get those hips moving and in the right position for your splits. So if you guys have got blocks, this is when we're going to need them. But don't worry if you don't have them, you could hold on to, say, 2 chairs or anything else that you've got that you can hold on to. Books are also fine too. So we're going to put them, frame our leg. I'm going to start with my right leg. So knee is in line with the ankle here, you can see. So we don't want to be overshooting or coming back here. So knee in line, back foot tucked under, and knee on the floor. We don't want to be opening our hips to the side. So tuck under, we want to make sure our hips are pointing forwards. So they're in line and square. That's very important. Alignment is very important. So frame your foot with your blocks. Then we're going to squeeze our hips in towards us. We're then going to, this is our lunge, we're then going to straighten this front leg here. Straighten and our bum goes back. So we're going to do that a few times. We bend and we straighten. So this is warming up our hips and getting to know which muscles we want to be working. We want to be squeezing our muscles while we're doing this. So we don't want to just be flopping about. Squeeze those muscles. Really work them. Squeeze. So we're getting them nice and warm. And we're trying not to round our back like this. Keep your chest up. Yes. Lovely. Good. Let's do a couple more. Lovely, and then we're going to switch over. So my left leg. Again, tuck your back foot, knee in line, chest lifted. Good. So straighten and bend. It's really easy here to open up that hip. Try not to do that. You want to try and keep those hips nice and square and facing forwards. So bend and straighten. And bend and straighten. So we're flexing that foot towards you. I don't think you can see my foot. So here, flex it towards you. You will feel a much bigger stretch you flex that foot towards you. Good. Just warming up those hips. Keep it going. Squeeze those muscles. Good. Keep going. Let's do a few more. This one's such a great one to do for splits and opening up those hips. Good. Okay, let's give those legs a little wiggle. Ooh. Good. Okay, exercise number 2. This is a stretch, so you can also use the blocks for this one too. This is my all-time favourite stretch, and it's so helpful for the splits and opening up those hips. So there's different ways of doing it, so I will show you all those different ways, so you can get deeper into this, or there's obviously options to make it less deep. I always do this stretch before going into the splits. It's just such a great one. So it's called pigeon. I'm going to show you how to do a pigeon pose. We want to sit down and bring one leg in front of us like this. Then your other leg's going to stay straight and your hips are going to go over the top here. So you want to try and keep your knee on the floor, foot pointing back. So we're trying not to open our hips like this. Hips are coming forwards like before. We're squaring our hips. We don't just want to sit and relax. We want to actively push this hip down and think about squeezing the leg forward. So the leg muscles, squeeze them forward. So we're always activating those muscles. We're not just relaxing into the pose. So you can either stay up right here, or you can bring your body down. Just, you should feel a nice stretch in those hips. Lovely. So we do have another option here. You can bring your foot in a 90-degree angle, and this is a much bigger stretch for those hips. But the pigeon stretch that we just did is brilliant, and so don't worry if some bodies just won't allow this. At the beginning, I did not do this, so please stick to the other pigeon that I just showed you. So we've got leg into a 90-degree angle. Same thing, hips are going to come over the top. You can use your blocks here. So again, you want your knee pointing down to the floor, and this knee is going to try and go down to the floor, pushing this hip down. So there's a lot more going on here. It's a lot bigger stretch. Good. So try and activate those muscles, and you can by all means stay here if you would prefer. Okay, so let's do that on the other side. Please always train your other side. It's so important. So pigeon, hip over the top, pointing that foot back. Here. Good. Squeeze that hip down to the floor, either keeping that chest lifted or coming down, keeping those muscles activated. Coming up. And of course, doing a 90-degree angle on the other side if you want to. Exercise number 3. So this might not look like you're doing very much, but you really are. So when you try it, you'll be like, wow, yeah, you're really working those muscles. So we're going to get into almost a lunge, but not quite. Our knee is under our hips. So we've got 90-degree angles here. Tuck that back foot. Just find it much easier if you tuck. So I find it easier to bring my hands onto my hips, so then you can really direct where your hips are going. So we're going to think about tucking under your pelvis here, but trying to keep those hips square. Very important. Just going to keep saying that. Keep those hips square. Square those hips. So here, hips are facing forwards, tucking the pelvis under, and you're going to think about squeezing your hips and this thigh as much as you can, and think about squeezing this leg towards you, so everything's squeezing in towards each other. The focus should be on squeezing this thigh here. So what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze it for 10 seconds. It's going to feel like 2 minutes, but you guys can do it if you're doing it properly. You should really feel this. So we're squeezing for 10 seconds, and then we're going to relax. Squeezing for 10 seconds, and then we're going to relax. So these resistance type exercises are amazing for getting those hips mobilized and ready for doing stretching. So very important. Here we go. 10 seconds. Are you ready? And go. Squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Do you feel that? Good. Okay, if you didn't, squeeze harder. Ready? Let's go. 10 seconds. Squeeze toward you. Go. 10. Squeeze. 7, 5, 2, and 1, and relax. Good job. Should we do it one more time? I think we should. Here we go. 10 seconds. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep smiling. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Amazing. Let's change to the other side. Click. So, knee in line. Tuck that back foot. Okay, same thing. Squeeze. Hips forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Okay, let's do it again. Here we go. 10, squeeze, forward, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Amazing. One more time, because that's what we do on the other side. Here we go. And squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep squeezing. Keep smiling. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Exercise number 4. This is another amazing resistance stretch. So you can either use your resistance band. You don't have to have a band. I can show you how to do that without a band if you don't have one. I'm going to be doing it with my lovely loopy band. So if you would like one of these, I can show you or point you in the direction of where to get them. They're just so good. You can loop your foot in, loop your hand in. So I'm going to use one of those. You can also do this with a partner, and I will show you how to do that as well. So we're going to start on our back. One leg is going to be straight, the other leg is going to come up. You're going to bend it, loop your resistance band around your foot. So you can hold on to wherever is easiest for you. You can do down here, or you can do it closer to your leg. So we want to straighten that leg. So if that leg's there, no problem. You can just reach your arms further down your resistance band here. So wherever it's comfortable to be to start with. So holding your resistance band or strap, whatever you've got. So yeah, a yoga strap is also great for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to resist for 10 seconds. So I'm going to push my foot and leg actively into my strap for 10 seconds. So you want to be pulling towards you with your band or strap, and you want to be pushing away with your foot. So you should really, really feel it in your muscles. So as big as you can. So let's go for 10 seconds. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, squeeze, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good, lovely. Should maybe come a little bit further towards you. Let's do that again on the same side. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeezing, 1. Relax. Good. Keep it nice and straight. Breathe. Really important to breathe. Let's try one more time. Squeeze. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, squeeze, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Good. And let's release. Of course, you've got the other side. Let's do the other side. Good. So loop your leg start with. Okay. Let's squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So, your leg might shake, but that's okay. That means you're working really hard. Okay, let's do it again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, keep smiling, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Can you dance? My better side. Normally everyone has a good side and a bad side. This is my better side. Here we go. And squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. And give your legs a shake. Well done, guys. That was amazing. So, of course, you can do this with a partner. So one person would be lying down, the other person would be kneeling over them, and you'd want to hold underneath their knee and above your knee. So then we've got a nice grip on their leg. So what they would do, instead of resisting against the band, you'd be resisting against the person. So, I mean, if you can pull really hard, obviously great, but person can generally push quite hard, so they'd have to resist more. So it's generally more resistance if you have a partner. So it's really good if you can do that with a partner. That's great. So I'll just show you when I'm lying down, the person would be holding here and here, not anywhere near the knee, because that's a kind of fragile place. So we want to hold here and here, and then be pushing down. Yes, amazing. Great job, guys. Exercise number 5. These are leg kicks. So we're going to rest on our elbows. So palms facing forwards on the floor. We're going to bend one knee, placing that foot on the floor. Then the other leg is going to be straight out in front of us, keeping it straight. So squeezing your whole leg, and we're going to kick it towards us. So wherever it stays straight is where you want to kick to. So if it does this and bends, that's what we don't want. So if it's here, great, keep it straight and kick to there. So wherever you can kick to, keeping it straight. So we don't want to bend it towards, because it's not really going to do much. So we want to kick. Kick, so we're going to kick for 8, squeezing the muscles, keeping it nice and straight. Here we go, and 1. And we're going to do exactly the same thing with a flexed foot. So you're going to flex your foot towards you, squeezing your leg, kicking towards you for 8. Here we go. Good. Give it a shake. Switch legs. So the first time we do it, our toe is pointed. Here we go, 8 kicks. Lovely, and flex the foot, same thing. Good, give it a shake. Excellent. Exercise number 6. So for this exercise, you'll need your blocks again. Or if not, again, you can hold onto a chair or just something solid. So we are going to do a lunge, a high lunge with our back leg lifted into a pyramid position. So we're going to straighten that front leg. So I will show you. I'm going to start on my right leg as I normally do. I'm going to tuck my back foot under and see if you can bring that back knee off the floor and actively squeeze the leg. Try not to let it drop. Don't relax that leg. Always squeeze and try and keep those hips square, as I said before. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep our chest lifted and we're going to straighten this front leg And then we're going to bend again. So bend and straighten, and bend and straighten. Squeezing as you do this. If you want a deeper stretch, you can flex your front foot towards you. So we bend and we straighten. Bend and straighten. So let's do it 8 times, so a couple more. And last one. Lovely. So let's switch legs. So high lunge, straightening, squeezing that back leg, and bend and straighten, and bend and straighten. Good. You don't have to flex that foot towards you. Good. Try and keep that chest lifted. Lovely. How many have we done? We want to do about 8 of these. Good. Let's do one more for luck. I think that was about 8. Excellent. Well done, everybody. Okay, so if you feel ready, comfortable, and of course warm enough to go into a split type position, we can try that now. So this is where the blocks come in. Very handy indeed. So either use them like we have been already, hold them for support and to keep your hips square, or you can stack them if you've got more, amazing. Stack them so they can go under your hips and wherever your hips kind of stay comfortably. You can use cushions as well, which are very comfortable. So you can stack those up and gradually go less and less as you come down further. So let's start. So we're going to go into a lunge position. I like to tuck my back foot under. This really helps to keep your hips square. Yeah, because if you're here, it's easier to turn those hips out. We really don't want that. You really want to keep that knee in contact with the floor at all times. So here, you can kind of just bring your knee up and have a little wiggle around. Bring your hip, pelvis forwards and back, and then you can just wiggle your leg a little bit further and see how that feels. And really keep engaging. Don't relax your muscles here. Really keep engaging those muscles. So you can just wiggle about a bit. Then you can either go a little bit further if you feel comfortable, or you can stack your blocks and you can have a few more under there, or your cushions, and then we can go into a split position, but we have a nice comfortable resting position here on your blocks. So you can have them stacked higher if your position is higher than this. So with cushions, with books, with whatever you feel comfortable. Chairs are also good to stack here. And then when you feel comfortable, you can go down a bit lower and then eventually into your full split. And you can really use your blocks here to squeeze and square off your hips, and then you can tuck under that back foot and go into your split. Okay, so of course we need to do the other side. So again, lunging, back foot tucked under, you can give it a wiggle around, squeeze that back knee, you can rock forwards and back a bit. So going further, as far forwards as you can or want to, have the blocks underneath into a split position.
And of course, coming down lower if you feel comfortable. Here's an example of how you might want to use cushions in your flexibility journey.
Please don't rush your flexibility journey. Flexibility doesn't happen overnight, but if you keep practicing doing these exercises, you will see a difference. If you do rush into flexibility too quickly and just stretch loads without doing any muscle strengthening, then you'll be more prone to injury. Hamstring injuries are not fun, so please, take it easy, be careful, and just go to your own level, whatever that may be. And try not to worry about anyone else's flexibility journey. It might take someone a really short time to get where they want to be, but it might take someone else a really long time. So just take it at your own level, and remember, consistency is key, and you guys can do it. You've got this, guys. We would love to see your pictures. So if you've got a starting point picture, a progress picture, any pictures, share them, tag us, Sky High Aerial, and we really look forward to seeing them, and the best of luck with your flexibility journey. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to our channel and share this video. And if you did like the content and you would like to see more, please let us know, and let us know what kind of thing you'd like to see. Next video, I'll be doing some back bend strength and stretching exercises. So look out for that video very soon. Thank you so much, guys.